On today's video, we're going to talk about how one Texas real estate agent turned just 59 real estate agents into a residual six-figure income every single month. Hey guys, it's Kevin Scoggin, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. I want to thank you so much for checking out this episode. I'm really excited to introduce you to today's guest. I had the privilege of sitting down with Mr. Pat Hayes. Pat is a real estate agent down in Texas, and Pat has an incredible story that I'm excited for you to hear, but he has turned just 59 real estate agents into a six-figure income every single month. I think this is a story that you'll be interested in hearing, so let's check it out. All right, well, I have the privilege of being joined by Mr. Pat Hayes today. Pat, thanks so much for hopping on.
You bet, man. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
Good. I'm excited to. I've heard your story a couple times and just so thrilled to have you on my channel and just dive in your story a little bit. Your story to me is just inspiring in terms of what's possible when you find, in my opinion, the right model, right? Or maybe a superior model or however you want to say that. So I'd love to just kind of hear what your experience has been with EXP. So let's hear your story.
Love it, man. Yeah. So for those of you that may not know me, Pat Hayes here in San Antonio, Texas with EXP Realty. Been in real estate here in San Antonio for 9 years. Started my career at a small boutique mom and pop independent brokerage firm, where my first year I sold $3.2 million in production as a single agent. Really found my passion selling real estate. Before that, I did the whole traditional, go to college, go get that degree, go make mom and dad happy. Did that, went straight out of college into medical sales here in San Antonio for 6 years. Really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Made a lot of great money. Met a lot of great, friends in the industry. But was burnt out in that, that corporate America hamster wheel, if you will. And so I ended up leaving corporate America after 6 years in the medical industry here in San Antonio. And I bought a senior home care franchise that my dad was the CFO of the whole entire organization here in San Antonio called Caring Senior Service. And so I bought that franchise just as an investment to get out of corporate America. Took it from about $250,000 in annual revenue to $1.3 million. Ended up buying it for $50,000. 3 years later, sold it for $350,000. But while I was in corporate America, I got my real estate license, started taking my classes back in 2007 in November. Ended up finally taking all my classes while I was working full-time in medical sales. In March 2008, passed all my classes. And passed all my tests, got my real estate license, joined a small boutique brokerage firm back then that sold farm and ranch, right? And so I did that kind of part-time, sold a few ranches. And so I really don't tell a lot of people about that part of my real estate career because it was really kind of part-time while I was doing medical sales full-time. And so ended up leaving corporate America, bought that franchise, grew it for 3 years, sold it. And wanted to go back into real estate on the residential side. And so ended up meeting up with a friend that introduced me to these boutique brokers that were looking to start growing their brand. And so ended up partnering up with them. But in the meantime, that same friend had an investment opportunity that he was looking for capital. He's looking for private capital as an investor. And so I ended up having the private capitals from selling that business. And so he came to me with an idea and we looked at the idea. My dad and I vetted it. And it was a really cool idea. So it was basically a startup digital media marketing company called the Yokel Network, where we would put flat screen TVs in establishments, restaurants, doctors' offices, all across San Antonio, and have advertisers run their advertisements, through the network. And so it was a great concept. They were looking for about $300,000 at the time. I had the money, ended up investing, becoming partners with him, 50-50 partners with him. Within about 6 months, my dad and I had lost that whole entire $300,000 investment because they kept on looking for more money. And I was tapped out. That's all I had. And I was like, man, I'm out. I can't do it anymore. I'm not the guy. So we ended up walking away from that investment. And I said, you know what? I don't want to go back to corporate America. I want to make real estate work. And so I jumped straight in. And that's whenever at that first year at that boutique brokerage from 2014 as a single agent, I did about 3.2 million in production, really found my passion selling real estate. And so I wanted to go to the next level. The only way for me to do that back then was to become the traditional team leader. So I created the Pat Hayes Group, hired 2 buyers agents. I focused on listings, getting signs in the yards, generate buyer calls, and that second year, my team and I we did 12.5 million in production,
Wow.
61 transactions here in San Antonio, and I really found my passion. I was like, man, this is a lot of fun. I love this. Yes, I was working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. My wife and I had small kids at the time, three small kiddos. But yet I was making a ton of money, right? And so I just kind of thought that was the traditional way team leaders grew their business. And so after the second year, I ended up getting a life-changing phone call December of 2015, coming off of my second year, from my mentor and sponsor, Scott Lewis, wanting me to have an open mind to take a look at a new business model that was disrupting the real estate industry and changing the way that agents were being compensated. I said, sure, I do have an open mind, and I had never heard of eXp Realty at the time. I wanted to know my competition coming in my market. So I took a look at the business model, sat down with them. Whenever I met Scott Lewis, we had a meeting, and I also got to meet Gene Frederick and Rob Flick, legends for one in the real estate industry. Also, they started and kind of created the growth for eXp about 7 years ago. And I was just blown away with what they had to offer. I was already doing that at my boutique brokerage firm. I was their first agent, and I helped them get their agent count to about 65 agents in a little over 2 years. And all they gave me was Starbucks gift cards. I love coffee, but now I love 6-figure a month revenue share checks for doing the exact same thing, right? On top of my production and on top of my stock. So I said, you know what, I'm all in. I don't have to go buy a territory, a region, a franchise, and spend a bunch of money that I didn't have. And so I said, wow, back then, $99 to join eXp and move my small sales team over. I said, this is it. This is a no-brainer. And so we did that. So in December of 2015, I moved my small sales team over to eXp. I never looked back, right? And, I saw the business model. For one, what really attracted me to the business model was the revenue sharing, right? You can attract agents all across the country, wherever eXp was located, and build a company that you're a shareholder of, because we got to acquire stock several different ways, because eXp is a publicly traded company. EXPI is our ticker symbol. I'm not a big stock guy, but I love my EXPI stock because I can acquire it for doing what I was already doing as a realtor. Selling houses, capping every single year, attracting agents. And so I saw that this was an avenue to truly build wealth as a realtor on top of my production. And then also I could share this model with like-minded individuals all across the country and truly start building another income stream, which is passive from the revenue share. And so I was only at that boutique brokerage firm. I didn't know a lot of other models out there. I didn't really know too much about the KW model. I knew that they had profit share, but obviously that's off the bottom. And I knew that revenue share was off the top. So I said, man, this has got to be the greatest thing ever. And so whenever I joined eXp, there was less than 1,000 agents in the whole entire company, right? I'm agent 806. And now there's close to, 80,000 agents. We're growing at about 1,100 agents now every single week, which is amazing. And it's so fun to be at a brokerage firm where you get to, see these lives change, right? And I always talk to the agents and said, eXp has truly been able to change my life. They kind of look at me like during the headlights, like, how can a brokerage firm change your life? And I tell them my story, and I tell them, hey, the company, now pays me over, 6 figures a month passively from the revenue sharing, right? And so I've been able to personally sponsor 59 agents to the organization. That's grown into close to 4,900 agents spanning 47 states, 5 Canadian provinces, and 11 countries, paying me over 6 figures every single month, and in the revenue sharing. And of course, on top of my production, I'm still in production, but I don't have to sell my $30 million a year in production to live my lifestyle for my family and I, because I do have the revenue sharing. And also I've got the equity awards from the stock, from the last, 7 years. So I just started my 7th year. Finished my 6th year last year, almost made $1.5 million in revenue share that the company paid me. My goal this year is about $3 million in revenue share. And it's just a lot of fun, right? Gene Frederick, our my mentor and kind of one of our coaches, and he's on the board of directors. He's always saying that EXP is making real estate fun again. It really is. Real estate can be hard. It can be tiring, exhausting. We've got that roller coaster income where you have 8 sales one month, and then 10 sales the next, and then 0 the next, and then 2 the next. It's kind of that roller coaster income. So EXP offers that revenue sharing where, you could supplement some of that, roller coaster income where you've got, a few $1,000s a month coming in, maybe, $10,000 a month coming in. I mean, some of my agents, one of my agents, sent me a text a few months ago saying he got his largest revenue share check of $75,000 in 1 month. So, for those agents out there listening to this, I mean, if you haven't taken a look at the model, take a look at the model because it is life-changing. We are the fastest growing brokerage firm in U.S. history right now. We're launched in almost 20 different countries. Growing in a few new countries every single quarter, and so it's the best. I've analyzed every single real estate brokerage model out there, and hands down, EXP is the best model out there that a realtor can be at. And I'm just so blessed, to be at EXP. I'm so blessed to have gotten that life-changing phone call. And now I'm able to reciprocate that and give other agents life-changing phone calls as well too. So that's a little bit about my story right there. We're having fun. I can't imagine where EXP is going to be in the next 3 to 5 years. I think, Glenn Sanford, our founder, said, the next, 5 years or so, 500,000 agents. And I think we're definitely going to hit that. I think we're going to hit those milestones. And I'm so glad to be a part of this journey.
Pat, I appreciate you sharing that. That's crazy. And I'm glad you kind of hit what you hit on the end. What I wanted to ask you is, I think some people hear EXP has 80,000 agents. Have I already missed out on the opportunity, right? Like, is it a saturated market? So I know you kind of hit on that at the end, but if someone's hearing your story and thinking, well, if I would have gotten in 10 years ago, I could do the same thing. I mean, what would you say to that?
Yeah, great question. And I get that asked to me a lot. Oh my God, you got in when there's less than 1,000 agents. Now we're 80,000 agents. That was 7 years ago. I missed the boat. I said, no. We're just getting started, right? We're still in the garage floor. We're still in the basement of EXP because we have 80,000 agents, right? Look at Keller Williams, great company. Gary Keller built a phenomenal organization there, and it's still a great company, but they've got 175,000 agents, right? And so I see us truly surpassing them in the next few years, and I really see us, just like what Glenn Sanford said, our founder, I see us hitting 500,000 agents in the next 5 years, and right. And so imagine being able to join now and say, hey, I got in when there was less than 100,000 agents, right? Whenever at 500,000 agents, that's still going to be huge, right? Brent Gove says, he thinks in the next 10 years, we'll be 1 million agents strong doing business in over 40 plus countries. And so, I can see us doing that, right? And so the time is now, right? No one has missed the boat. This is still a great opportunity. And it's only getting better for the agents.
Yeah. And did I hear correctly, Pat, that you personally sponsored 59 agents? Is that correct?
Yep.
So it's not like you have personally sponsored 10,000 agents to create this
just
income.
59 agents to create a revenue share organization of over 40, almost 4,900 agents, spanning 47 states, 5 Canadian provinces, and 11 countries. That pays me over 6 figures a month in revenue sharing. And so, that's not even an agent a month that I've personally sponsored since I've been here. So I told the agents, hey guys, if I can do it, anybody can do it, right? I had 2 years of real estate sales experience whenever I joined EXP. And I wasn't a big, name in the industry. I was just 2 years of experience here in San Antonio, and that was it, right? And so I just followed the model and followed the lead from my leaders, and I just duplicated what they told me to do, and that was it.
Wow. So you don't have to have a massive YouTube channel. You don't have to have a podcast. You don't have to be a social media guru.
No, I don't even have any of those. I don't really have it. I don't have I've got a YouTube channel, but I think I've got like maybe 10 videos on there. I don't have a podcast. I just share it with as many agents as I can. That's it. That is it.
And you're excited about it.
That's it. I'm excited about it. I'm still excited about it, right? 7 years later into the game, I'm still excited about it.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I'm a part of it, and I get excited just hearing you share what's possible. So
yeah. It's possible. Everybody has the exact same, opportunity and the exact same, compensation package. No one else, no one has a different compensation package. I know you go to those big brokerage firms, KW, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, you're a big dog in the industry, you're going to walk in and you're going to get an unbelievable compensation package compared to the brand new agent that just started, right? Everybody has the exact same compensations plan here at EXP. No one has any special deals. And so that's what I really like about it, right? And so everybody's on the exact same playing field. It's just about how bad do you want it. I saw this and I wanted it bad. I didn't want to be left behind and I wanted to start growing. And so it's like I had 2 full-time jobs my first 2 years. I sold real estate full-time and I did agent attraction full-time because I wanted both, right? I couldn't give up my commission income. I had to have that to put food on the table, right? But I wanted to build something in the background that would eventually surpass my commissions. And it did within 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Powerful.
Man. Well, thanks for sharing your story.
You bet. Absolutely, man. Well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, Kevin. And, anything I can do to help you, let me know. We're one big happy family, right? One team, one dream, Team EXP. And we're here to help. We're here to serve. We're here to have fun. And we're here to grow together.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I hope that you were not only encouraged by Pat's story, but also inspired about what's possible. If you are interested in learning more about EXP and our compensation model, head on over to kevinscoggin.com/partner with me, or you can simply click the link below this video.